Ever felt like your character's movement is just a bit off? You press the jump button a fraction of a second before hitting the ground, but nothing happens. In this tutorial, we're going to fix that. I'll show you how to implement a jump buffer in Godot, a simple but essential mechanic that makes your game feel incredibly responsive and professional. Let's dive into the code and give your players that extra bit of polish they deserve. Without a jump buffer, the game feels unresponsive because it demands frame-perfect precision. If you press the button even slightly before landing, your input vanishes, leaving your character awkwardly standing still. Now, let's see what happens when we enable the jump buffer. Again, the player presses the button slightly before landing. You can see the timer starts counting down immediately. This time, the moment the player touches the floor, the game checks if that timer is still active. Since it is, the jump triggers automatically. See how much smoother that feels? To the player, it feels like the game is perfectly in sync with their intentions. First things first, jump into your player scene. Now go ahead and add a timer as a child node of the player. Now, I'm going to rename my timer to Jump Buffer Timer. Next, let's change the wait time to 0.5 and make sure to turn on one shot. Now let's dive into the coding part. First, open up the player script and create a new variable called Jump Buffer Timer. Then we'll assign the Jump Buffer Timer node we just created to it. Now, as shown in the video, we'll set it up so that the jump buffer timer starts whenever the jump button is pressed. After that, we'll check if the jump buffer timer is still running. If it is, we'll make the player jump the very moment they hit the ground. Finally, once the player successfully jumps, we'll stop the jump buffer timer. By implementing this jump buffer, your game's controls will feel much more responsive and polished. Even if a player hits the jump button slightly before landing, the system ensures the action triggers perfectly. It's these subtle mechanics that make a game feel high quality. Remember to tweak the timer values to find the perfect feel for your specific project. If you found this tutorial helpful, stay tuned for more game development tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.